Have you ever felt frustrated because things around you didn't go your way? Or maybe you've wondered why controlling other people or situations feels so hard, even impossible? Imagine you are trying to hold on to water tightly in your hands. No matter how hard you try, it slips away. Why do we feel the need to control the world when it keeps slipping from our grasp? This video is for anyone who wants to find real peace in life by learning a different way. By controlling yourself, not the world. Today, we will explore deep and wise teachings from Buddhism that show us how our real power lies inside us, not outside in the endless chaos. Welcome to Wisdom Woven. Here, we share simple but powerful ideas that help you live a better life every day. There are so many views on this channel, but only 0.2% of viewers subscribed. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring more wisdom to everyone searching for calm and control in this busy world. Often, we try to fix everything around us, other people's actions, the way things happen, or how we want life to be. But the truth is, the world is always changing, and trying to control it causes so much stress and pain. Buddhism teaches that real peace comes when we turn our attention inward and learn to control our own reactions, thoughts, and feelings. At first, this might sound difficult, but it's also very freeing. Imagine if instead of getting angry when something bad happens, you could stay calm and choose your response wisely. That ability to control yourself, not others or events, is the key to happiness. In the next parts, we will discover how Buddhist ideas like mindfulness, acceptance, and letting go help us master our minds, reduce suffering, and enjoy life more fully. This journey isn't about ruling the world. It's about being the master of yourselves. So, stay with us as we unfold this wisdom step by step. Together, we will find a way to build inner strength and calmness that no outside event can shake. Let us continue, my friend. Sit comfortably and allow your mind to settle like clear water after the rain. You have taken the first step upon this path. You are beginning to see that peace is not found by controlling everything around you, but by looking inside. Now, together, let us gently explore why the world is so difficult to control, and why trying to control it leads only to more suffering and confusion. Every day you wake up and the world is already moving. The sun rises, the birds sing, people hurry to work. The sound of city buses or the call of animals fills the air. Can you truly tell the sky not to rain? Can you command people not to be late or troubles not to arise? Of course not. Even something as small as a sudden loud noise or a stranger's rude words can turn your mood upside down if you're not careful. Why is this so? The world is like a great river, always flowing, sometimes calm, sometimes wild. You can step in, you may swim or float, but you cannot stop the river from moving. Sometimes people believe that if they just try a little harder, plan everything, or fix everyone else's mistakes, the world will go their way. But this is like trying to hold back the river with your bare hands. You get tired, you feel helpless, and still the water rushes on. Now, close your eyes and recall a recent moment when things did not go as you wished. Maybe you lost something or someone disappointed you. Notice how your mind reacted, perhaps with anger, worry, or sadness. Did your anger fix the problem? Did your worry make things better? Usually, it only made you feel worse. Buddhism calls this suffering, not because life must be painful, but because we resist what we cannot control. So, if you cannot control the river of life, what can you do? You can learn to swim, to flow with the water, to stop fighting against every wave. Buddhism teaches us to release the wish for everything to be perfect outside us. It does not mean giving up or being passive. It means seeing things as they really are and finding peace within that understanding. Ask yourself, where does my true power lie? Is it in shouting at the rain or blaming others when things go wrong? Or is it in my own mind, my own heart, my choices here and now? The Buddha taught that all things change. The seasons, our feelings, even our own bodies. Trying to control what cannot be controlled is like chasing the wind. But understanding this can bring such reliefs. You can stop battling the world and start caring for your own mind. Let us look at a simple example. Imagine two people on a crowded bus. Someone bumps into both of them. One gets angry, shouts, and feels miserable all day. The other takes a deep breath and lets it go, keeping calm. The situation was exactly the same, so why the difference? The answer is control. The first person tried to control the outside world, failed, and suffered. The second person controlled their inner response and found peace. You may think this is easy to say but hard to do. Yes, it is a lifelong practice. In Buddhism, people train the mind just as you train your body or practice a craft. Each day gives new chances to let go and return to calm. The world will continue to change, to challenge, to surprise us. It isn't wrong to want good things or wish for ease in life. But if you tie your happiness only to things you can't control, the weather, other people's opinion, success or failure, you will ride a roller coaster of emotions all your life. So what can you control? You can control your breath, taking it slow when you are upset. You can choose your words, not speaking in anger. You can soften your heart, releasing grudges. You can listen, you can wait, you can smile. These little acts are not small at all. Every time you do them, you gain a little more freedom from the storms outside. In Buddhism, we call this letting go. Letting go does not mean giving up on life. It does not mean ignoring the world's problems. It means seeing that you cannot grasp it all, that holding tight only brings pain. Instead, let your mind be open, accepting, relaxed. Imagine your heart is as vast as the sky. Clouds may come and go, but the sky remains clear and untouched. Many people believe strength means overpowering others or forcing things to happen. But true strength is like bamboo, gentle, flexible, but unbreakable. When winds blow, you bend instead of snapping. The world is full of noise and chaos, but if you keep trying to control it, you only become more tangled in it. When you control yourself, you move with quiet confidence and nothing can truly disturb your peace. Ask yourselves, how much energy do you spend each day worrying about things you cannot change? Could you use that energy better, perhaps to understand yourself, to grow wiser, or to help others? The Buddha urged his followers to focus on what is in their own hearts and minds. If you clean a dirty mirror, it shows the world clearly. If your mind is calm and clear, the world's troubles will not muddy your happiness. There are many ways to practice this gentle control. Notice your thoughts when you feel anxious or angry. Do not judge or push them away. Just watch them come and go like leaves floating on a stream. Remember, you are not your anger, not your sadness. These are just passing clouds in the vast sky of your mind. You might feel resistance at first. Most of us want to solve every problem to make everything right. But when you were a child, did worrying ever stop it from raining on your picnic? As an adult, does anger fix a broken thing? Sometimes only time and gentle acceptance can. This lesson is not only for you but for everyone. Picture the world as a garden. There will always be weeds, sudden storms, bugs and blights. If you refuse to accept anything less than perfection, you will never enjoy your own flowers. But if you tend what you can and make peace with the rest, your days will be full of beauty and gratitude. Sometimes people will misunderstand you, or things will feel unfair. That is part of life too. Instead of fighting it, practice patience. Like a stone in a stream, let the water flow around you. You lose less by not reacting to every small thing, and you gain much more: peace, clarity, and a gentle joy that nothing outside can shake. Let go of the old belief that you must control every moment to be happy. You are not a puppet master of the world. You are the caretaker of your own mind and heart. That is enough, more than enough. As we move forward, notice each time you try to control things outside yourself, catching yourself as quickly as you notice hunger or thirst. Choose instead to return to calm, to let the water flow where it will and simply swim on. Like a Zen master with a simple mind, trust that the world will be the world, and you will be at peace with it. In the next part, we will gently look even deeper into the Buddhist view of self and how understanding its nature helps us step away from the need to control what lies outside. For now, remember this: you cannot calm the storm, so stop trying. What you can do is calm yourself, and the storm will pass. Sit quietly for a moment. Feel your breath, your heart, your presence here and now. The outside world can wait. Real change and real peace begin within. Let us go forward, slowly and gently, on this path together. Let's settle peacefully into the third part of our journey. Imagine you are sitting by a gentle stream. The sound of water calms your mind. With each breath, you are more present and open. Now, listen as we explore a question at the heart of Buddhist teaching. Who are you really? And why does truly knowing this help you let go of trying to control the world? In most people's lives, there is a natural confusion. We often think, I am my name, my job, my family, my story, even my thoughts and emotions. You might feel happy one moment and say, I am happy. You might feel angry and say, I am angry. Over time, you learn to tie your whole self to these acts, feelings, memories, and things you own or want. But, my friend, have you ever stopped to look deeper, beneath the surface, beneath those changing waves? Let's start with something simple. Think of yourself when you were a small child. Was that self the same as you are now? Your body has changed, your thoughts have grown, your likes and dislikes have shifted. You have new friends, different worries, more knowledge. If you hold a picture of yourself when you are 5 years old, you can see the difference. So who is the real you? Is it the child, the teenager, the adult? Buddhism teaches us that our idea of me is like a rainbow. Beautiful, but made up of different parts and always changing. What we call a self is really a collection of body, feelings, thoughts, habits, and consciousness. These come together for a while, then drift apart, then rearrange. The wise call this impermanence. The Buddha showed that if you chase after a fixed idea of me, you will always feel nervous or unsatisfied, because you are trying to hang on to something constantly changing. Think of it like a sandcastle on the beach. You can make it tall and fancy, guard it carefully, but the sea will come in, and the wind will blow, and the castle will shift and crumble. Is it bad? No, it is the way of nature. Holding on tightly, demanding the sand not move, would just lead to worry and frustration. In the same way, when you believe that you are solid and unchanging, you naturally start fighting life's changes. You want to hold your feelings, status, appearance, achievements still. When something small shakes this picture, someone teases you, your plans go wrong, you get sick, You want to control the world to fix it. But soon you see this is impossible. The sand will shift, the tide will come. So, Zen masters teach gently. See the self as it truly is, changing, flowing, not separate from the world, but a part of its dance. When you understand this deeply, you begin to relax your grip on outside things. You realize you do not need to force the world to make you safe or satisfied. Suffering eases. Your mind opens. There is a quiet sense of freedom. Let's look closer at how Buddhism describes this self. There is a teaching called 5 aggregates. 5 parts that make up what we think of as a person. 1. Form, your physical body, skin, bones, senses. 2. Feeling, your reactions, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral when you experience things. 3. Perception, how you notice and label what comes through your senses. 4. Mental formations, thoughts, habits, plans, attitudes. 5. Consciousness, awareness itself, the silent space that notices everything. Just as a car is made of wheels, engine, seats, and steering but is not any one of them, a person is made up of these 5 moving parts. Together, they work for a while and we call that me. But none of these parts stays the same, and none is a truly separate, unchanging thing. Take one example, feelings. One day you are full of joy, the next, sadness. In the morning you feel brave, at night maybe a little scared. These emotions are real, but they pass like weather through the sky. If you cling to happy feelings and try to push away sadness, your life will feel like a storm. But when you see they both come and go, you become less troubled. Let's also talk about thoughts. Many people believe, I think, so that is who I am. But where do thoughts come from? You notice a smell, and suddenly you remember your grandmother's kitchen. You see a bluebird, and a song pops into your head. Thoughts come and go without your control, like clouds crossing the sky. If you pay attention, you realize these are not fixed or fully yours. They arise and fade on their own. From this, we can see why the Buddhist way is to loosen our attachment to the selves. If you understand that what you call I is always changing, you do not have to protect or defend it all the time. Criticism stings less. Failure does not bury you. You grow less proud when things go well, less broken when they don't. Life feels lighter. Imagine again, someone pushes ahead of you in a line. If your sense of self is strong, how dare you disrespect me? You react with anger. But if you see that there is no truly fixed self to defend, you can shrug, maybe even smile. You don't need the world to follow your script for you to be at peace. Another wonderful teaching of Buddhism is interbeing. Nothing exists completely alone. Our sense of self often tries to separate us. I am this, you are that. But are we really so separate? The food you eat becomes your body. The words you speak were learned as a child from others. Your happiness rises and falls with the people and world around you. When you take time to notice, you see how deeply connected you are to everything. This softens your heart and helps you stop wishing for all things to bend to your personal will. Now let's use another story. Imagine a traveler hiking a mountain. As they climb, the weather shifts, sometimes sunny, sometimes windy, sometimes gentle rain. If the traveler gets angry at every change, their journey is hard. But if they accept that weather changes, they can enjoy each moment, take shelter when needed, and keep moving. The traveler and the mountain are not completely separate. The journey is shaped by both, ever changing. Zen teachers often tell their students, let go of fixed ideas. even about yourself. They encourage mindfulness, to observe each thought, feeling, and body sensation as it comes, without clinging or pushing away. This does not mean you have no personality or that you are a blank space. Instead, it means you see deeply that you are not trapped by how you felt yesterday or the labels given to you by others. If someone calls you unkind, you can look inward honestly without being destroyed by it. If someone praises you, you can receive it with humility, knowing soon another feeling will arise. By seeing yourself as flowing and flexible, you are not pulled so strongly by the wish to control things outside. Why does this help you stop trying to control the world? When you realize the outside world is changing, and the inside you is changing, you lose the urge to force everything to fit a set plan. You become like water, flexible, soft, but powerful. You adjust as needed, but do not become anxious when things are different than you hoped. Suffering decreases. Kindness and patience increase. Take time to watch small children play. They laugh, cry, make up new games, and move on quickly. They do not hold tight to worries for long. As adults, we can return to this freedom by letting go of the idea that our self must always be in control. Being alive is already a miracle. A student once asked a famous Zen master, "Master, what is your secret?" He replied, "When I am hungry, I eat. When I am tired, I sleep." The student was confused. "Isn't everyone like this?" The master smiled. "No, most people, when they eat, are full of plans or regrets. When they lie down to rest, their minds race elsewhere. They do not live in this moment with their true, changing selves." So the teaching is, just be here now, noticing, gentle with yourself. If you truly follow this path, life becomes simpler, softer. You do not need to always prove yourself, or control others' opinions, or make everything right. You understand that change is not your enemy. It is the nature of life. Accepting this removes a great weight from your heart. When difficulties come, remind yourself, this will pass. When success or joy arises, cherish it, but do not clutch it. I will change, and so will this. When you are not busy building up a hard wall of me, you are more connected, compassionate, and free. Try this practical exercise. Each morning, before speaking to anyone, sit quietly for just 1 minute. Watch your breath, your thoughts. Notice anything that wants to rush or control, any tightness in your body. Imagine these like snowflakes landing gently and melting. Remember, you are like the sky, broad, with many things passing through. This is freedom. In time, you will see that there is a deep peace in not having to control the world, or even tightly control the self. It is enough to simply witness and care for what is here, to act with kindness, and allow life to unfold. Let us walk this gentle path together. Each step is a new moment, a new chance to see things clearly, to live wisely, and to release the burden of control. In the next part, we will look at the roots of our suffering, desire, and attachment, and how understanding them helps us move even further toward peace. For now, rest in the knowledge. You are not a fixed stone but a moving stream, not alone but deeply connected. Be gentle with yourselves. Let go a little, and enjoy the flowing journey. Let us continue our peaceful walk along the path. Dear one, take a gentle breath. Imagine yourself in a quiet garden, sun warming your skin and the gentle sound of wind in the trees. You are safe, calm, and ready to look deeper. You may ask, why do I still struggle? Why, even if I start to see who I really am, does it feel so hard to let go? Why do I still try to hold on tightly to things, to people, to plans and ideas? These questions are old, and wise teachers have asked them for thousands of years. Buddhism teaches that much of our struggle comes from desire and attachment. Let's talk simply and honestly, like friends sitting together under a tree. Picture this. A small child sees a bright red balloon at a fair. She grabs it, she smiles, and her heart fills with joy. She says, "Now I am happy." But soon, the wind comes, or the balloon escapes from her fingers, and she cries. The source of her happiness is gone, and her heart hurts. Is this only the way of children? No, grown-ups are the same. You want a new toy, a phone, a car, a dress, a job, even a person's attention. When you get it, you feel good. But soon the shine fades. The phone is old, the car scratches, someone else gets the praise. Maybe you lose your job or your friend moves away. What happens then? The happiness from having, from holding, turns into sadness, worry, even anger. Buddha called this cycle dukkha, which means suffering or dissatisfaction. The heart wants, it gets, it clings, and then it loses. Or sometimes you cannot get what you want, and this too hurts. Even when you have what you want, the fear of losing it haunts you. It is like chasing a rainbow, always moving, never settling. Now look closer at your own heart. What are you holding on to? Is it an old memory, a hope for the future, the tiny treasure, someone's love? Why do you hold on so tight? The answer is often simple. You believe if you keep it close, you will be safe, you will be happy. But the world changes. Things fade. People grow and change. Even your own body, as you have seen, cannot be held in place forever. Yet the mind wants to freeze what it loves, push away what it fears, and control what cannot be controlled. This is the root of suffering. Not the world itself, but the way we want it to be, always as we like, fixed, safe, pleasing, ours. Is desire itself wrong? No, my friend. Desire is natural. The wish for food, warmth, safety, kindness. These keep us alive and connected. It is when desire turns into craving, into tight attachment, that trouble begins. Think of thirst. A little thirst guides you to water. Endless thirst can never be quenched, no matter how much you drink. Zen teachings often use the image of hands. If you cup your hands gently, you can hold water. If you squeeze too hard, the water slips away. In the same way, gentle wishes are kind, but tight clutching only makes you lonely and afraid. The trick is not to stop caring, but to hold things lightly. Enjoy beauty, love others, work for good, but know that nothing stays forever. Let's talk about attachment to people. Many think, if I love someone, I must never lose them or let them change. This brings fear. You may try to control their actions, their feelings. You may worry every day that something will go wrong. This makes love feel heavy, not light. True love, Buddhist teachers say, is like tending a flower. You give water and sunlight, you care, but you cannot force the flower to bloom forever. If you try, you only hurt yourself and the flower. Now look at attachment to success or praise. From school days to old age, people long to be seen as good, smart, important. When someone praises you, you want more. When you fail or get ignored, you feel less, even broken. But who are you really? Are you only the sum of what others say? Are you a mountain or a feather? In Buddhist wisdom, both praise and blame are winds. Feel them, but do not let them blow you away. Enjoy success, Learn from mistakes, but do not cling tightly to either. Let's use a simple exercise. Imagine you are sitting beside a calm lake. You hold a stone in your hand, something you care about deeply. Notice the weight, the feel, the way it draws your attention. Now slowly open your hand. Watch the stone roll away. You may feel loss, but you may also notice how light your hand has become. This is not saying, do not care. It is saying, care deeply, appreciate fully, but do not let your peace depend on things you cannot keep. This gentle letting go is at the heart of Buddhist wisdom. If you depend on weather for your joy, every storm ruins your peace. Let us think about plans and dreams. Isn't it good to plan? Yes, planning is wise, but Buddhist teachings remind you, make plans like building a sandcastle. Shape it lovingly, enjoy the view, but know the ocean may come at any time. If you scream at the sea, you miss the beauty of the moment. If you accept the changing tides, you can build again with freedom. Sometimes desires come from comparing yourself to others. Maybe your neighbor has a bigger house or your friend has more followers. The mind says, I want that too. But the mind is like a monkey, always reaching, never satisfied. Stop for a moment. Breathe. Ask, what do I truly need? Often you already have enough. Peace comes, not from getting more, but from wanting less, or more softly, wanting what is truly good for your heart. Buddhist stories tell of kings who had everything but were never happy, always searching for a little more. They suffered greatly, and there were monks with little but peace, sharing with a kind smile, with light hearts. True richness does not come from what you own, but from how gently you hold your wants and your things. Zen masters say, when you realize nothing is lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Does this mean you live with nothing? No, it means you find joy and care in every small thing. Your breath, your tea, your simple meal. You do not borrow suffering from the future or cling to the past. Now let's look at the ladder of wants. When you get what you want, soon you want something more new. When you get the new thing, happiness comes for a moment, then fades, and the next desire appears. If you step off the ladder and rest here and now, you notice a deep happiness, a quiet, lasting contentment. This path is not about force or harsh self-denial. If you want ice cream, you may enjoy a little, but do not let your happiness ride entirely on eating it. If you miss it today, be gentle. If you enjoy it today, smile and let the taste pass. Touch lightly, gently. What about difficult feelings? Sometimes, desire comes to cover pain, loneliness, sadness, or fear. We might eat too much, work too much, cling to someone just to escape discomfort. Buddhist practice asks, rather than running, can you sit with your feeling as a friend? Can you see that even pain, even longing, is a visitor passing like the wind? Try this. Next time you want something badly, pause. Take 3 breaths. Ask, do I really need this? What am I feeling underneath? Watch how the urge rises, then slowly fades if you do not feed it. This is the heart finding strengths. Attachment can also rise from old habits, family patterns, or stories from childhood. If you always felt you must be perfect, it is easy to cling tightly to success, to fear failure. If you were taught love must never fail, it is easy to grasp desperately at relationships. Notice these patterns kindly, with understanding, not blame. What does this have to do with controlling the world? When you desire strongly, you wish to bend the world to fit your longings. You want others to behave, time to stop, life to match your dreams. When your mind softens desire, you let the world be as it is. A little sad? Yes, sometimes. But so much lighter, so much more peaceful. Buddhism does not say, have no dreams, have no love. It teaches you to care deeply, but hold lightly. Build, grow, give, but do not lose your peace when the winds change. This is the difference between swimming gently with the stream and thrashing helplessly. Over time, as you practice letting go a little every day, you'll notice changes. Your heart is less needy, more open. You enjoy good things more, for they are gifts, not possessions. When trouble comes, you breathe and let it pass, not gripping for control. Other people's words and actions feel less sharp. Successes are sweet but not necessary, and little losses don't shake your world. Let's end this part with a story. Long ago, a monk carried a heavy pack through mountains. He wanted to reach a temple before sunset. The pack, full of fine clothes and gifts, slowed him. Finally, tired and sore, he put it down to rest. Suddenly, he noticed the beauty of the valley around him. The flowers, the sky, the gentle breeze. With an easy heart, he left some things behind and walked on, lighter, seeing more, smiling quietly. Ask yourselves, what heavy things can I leave behind today? What wants, what old hurts, what need for perfect control can I set down just for a while? Try it and feel the relief that comes. Let us continue to walk together, gently, discovering step by step how to accept the world, care for what we cherish, and let go of what we cannot hold. In our next part, we shall learn the practical skills for mastering your own mind, using mindfulness as your gentle guide on the journey. Until then, hold the world gently, and let peace settle softly in your heart. Let us sit quietly, friend, in the gentle sunlight of this moment. The path you walk now is less about moving your feet and more about opening your eyes and heart. By now, you have seen how holding tightly to desires and trying to control every part of life brings suffering. The question rises, if I cannot control the world, how can I find peace within it? The wise answer in Buddhism is simple, yet powerful. Practice mindfulness. Master your mind and you master your world. What is mindfulness? It sounds like a special word, but it is simply paying attention, fully and kindly, to this very moment. When you eat, you eat. When you walk, you walk. When you are with a friend, you listen with your heart open. Like a gentle breeze in spring, mindfulness is not forceful. It is soft, silent, but strong. It helps your mind become steady, like a lantern's flame sheltered from the wind. Picture your mind as a monkey. It jumps here and there. Past, future, worries, dreams, plans, memories. Never still, never at ease. When you let your mind run wild, you feel tired, lost, pulled in many directions. But with mindfulness, you gently invite the monkey to rest, to notice the branch it sits on, to feel the sun, to breathe. With patience, the monkey learns to be calm. This is the gift of mindfulness. You may ask, how do I start? My mind is too noisy. The best place to begin is with your breath. Breathing is always with you. You do not need anything special. No tools or teachers are required. Just sit, close your eyes if you wish, and notice your breath, coming in, going out. Cold air, warm air, short, long, shallow, deep. Do not change it. Simply notice. When your thoughts wander, you bring them gently back, like guiding a puppy home. Every time you do this, even for 1 minute, you are training your mind. You are showing yourself that you do not need to control every thought or feeling. You learn to simply see what is there with no judgment. In this way, your mind slowly becomes your friend, not your master. Sometimes, thoughts and feelings are painful. Anger, sadness, worry, even boredom. With mindfulness, you give them space. You say, I see you, anger. I feel you, sadness. You breathe with them. You do not push them away or cling to them. They are like birds landing on a branch, here for a moment then gone. By resting in this awareness, you suffer less, even when the world outside is wild. Mindfulness also helps you notice small joys that you might otherwise miss. The taste of sweet tea, the warmth of sunlight on your face, the sound of rain at night, the laughter of a child. These simple things are easy to overlook when your mind is full of worries or wishes. With mindfulness, you return again and again to where life is happening now. Let's try a simple exercise. As you read these words, become aware of your breath. Feel the air entering your nose, filling your lungs, leaving again. Can you notice the feeling of the chair or ground beneath you? The sounds around you near or far? Notice any thoughts or feelings, but let them come and go, like clouds moving across the sky. For these few moments, there is nothing to change, nothing to fix, just being. Mindfulness does not mean you become passive or uncaring. In fact, it makes you braver and kinder. When you see your feelings clearly, you can choose your actions with care. If you feel anger rising, you notice it and pause before speaking or acting. If sadness comes, you realize it is only a visitor, not your whole self. This freedom gives you space to act wisely, not blindly. You gain the ability to respond, not just react. Buddhist monks often say, when walking, just walk. When sitting, just sit. Above all, do not wobble. This means, give yourself wholly to the task at hand. Even washing dishes, if you are mindful, becomes an act of loving care. Each bubble, each drop, each gentle movement is a meditation. With practice, your whole day can become a mindful practice, not just special moments. As you practice mindfulness more, you start to spot the habits that cause suffering. Maybe you reach for your phone whenever you feel bored. Maybe you speak sharply when anxious. Mindfulness shines a soft light on these moments, making it easier to pause, breathe, and choose a new way. Over time, your mind becomes less wild, more at peace, and you become more patient with yourself and others. Mindfulness can also be practiced with your senses. When you eat, really taste the food, chew slowly, notice the flavors and textures. When you walk, feel each step touch the earth. Listen to the sounds. Look at the colors and shapes around you. Life is no longer a blur, but a series of precious, living moments. One common question is, can mindfulness make pain go away? Not always. Pain is part of life, but mindfulness can help you suffer less with it. By paying attention gently to the pain, physical or emotional, you discover that it changes, softens, and even sometimes teaches you. Fighting pain tightens the mind. Meeting it with awareness opens the heart. Sometimes people worry that mindfulness is too difficult or that it takes too long to work. Remember, you are not racing. You are cultivating a garden. Each time you come back to the present moment, you plant a seed of peace. Over days, months, and years, your garden grows. The world can be stormy, but your inner garden remains a place of quiet shelter. There are many ways to practice mindfulness, not just sitting. You can try walking meditation, where you walk slowly, paying attention to each step, feeling the ground, noticing your breath. You can try eating meditation, where a meal becomes a treasure of sights, smells, tastes, movements. You can practice mindful listening, where you listen to someone without planning your reply, simply being present. If your mind seems too busy, do not worry. Even experienced monks have wandering minds. The practice is not about being perfect, but about returning, again and again, kindly and patiently to this moment. Each return is a victory. Each breath is a new beginning. As you grow in mindfulness, small miracles happen. You begin to worry less about what you cannot control. You see that many problems are not as urgent or serious as your mind once made them. You notice the first spark of anger or fear, and gently choose to step back, breathe, and wait before acting. Your relationships improve because you listen better and speak more kindly. Sometimes you will forget, you will be swept away by strong emotions or habits. This is normal. The path is not a straight line, but a spiral, always returning, each time a little deeper. Be friendly to yourselves. Each day is a chance to begin again. Let's spend a moment together in silent practice. If you wish, close your eyes. Sit quietly. Bring your attention to your breath. Notice the rising and falling of your chest or belly. If thoughts come, let them drift by like fallen leaves in a stream. Feel the weight of your body, the air on your skin. Stay here, steady and at ease, for a few breaths. When you are ready, gently open your eyes. Now, bring some of this calm into whatever comes next in your day. When challenges appear, remember, you do not need to fix everything or control the world. You simply need to be present, notice, breathe, and choose your next step mindfully. In the next part of our journey, we will learn about the Four Noble Truths, the heart of Buddhist wisdom, and how understanding these truths brings even greater freedom and control over your own life. For now, let mindfulness be your gentle companion, guiding you softly back to the present, again and again. In this present, you find the peace, strength, and joy you have searched for all along. The world goes on changing, but you stand quietly in its center, at home in your calm and awakening mind. Let us begin part 6, friend, with soft steps and an open heart. You have already learned about desire, attachment, and mindfulness. Now I will gently offer you the core of Buddha's teaching, the Four Noble Truths. These are not distant or complicated ideas. They are simple wisdom, light for your path whenever the world feels confusing or heavy. Imagine a doctor who sees you in suffering. She listens kindly and then shares 4 simple things. I see your pain. I know why it comes. There is a way to heal. Let me share the medicine. This is just what the Buddha did long ago for everyone. He became awake not in a palace or high in a temple, but under a tree, just as you sit now. Close to nature, feet on earth, heart wide open. Let us begin with the first noble truths. Life involves suffering. Suffering is not only big pain or sadness. It can be the small disappointments when things go wrong, the ache of wanting something and not getting it, the sorrow of losing things we love, or the trouble of not understanding ourselves. Even happy moments are touched by worry, because deep down we know nothing stays the same forever. This first truth is not meant to make you sad, but to help you look honestly at life. Only when you see clearly what troubles you, can you begin to heal. Maybe you notice suffering in your own heart when a friend forgets your birthday, when you cannot have what you want, when you hurt or grow old. Sometimes you might laugh in the morning and cry in the evening. This is life, sunshine and storm, together. Nothing to fear, nothing to hide from. As the Buddha taught, simply notice. Here is discomfort. Here is restlessness. Here is longing. Now, the second noble truth. The cause of suffering is desire and attachment. Your mind is like a little child, always wanting this food, that place, more comfort, more love, less difficulty. When you get what you want, you feel pleased for a moment, but soon a new wish appears. When you don't get what you want, you feel upset, even angry. The mind clings to good feelings, pushes away bad ones, always caught between grasping and rejecting. Understand this, and you have already come halfway up the mountain. Remember the story of the thirsty person chasing a mirage. No matter how fast they run, the water stays just out of reach. This is what it's like to chase after endless wants or control everything outside yourself. You might get a little relief, but the next moment brings a new, bigger thirst. To live this way is to always chase the horizon, never resting, never truly home. The third noble truth is gentle as a spring rain. There is freedom from suffering. You need not be trapped forever in this cycle of craving and disappointment. The Buddha discovered that just as a fire dies out when it runs out of fuel, suffering ends when you let go of attachment and endless wanting. This truth brings great hope. You are not powerless. Peace is not far away. It is right here under your feet, waiting for you to notice. Like a bird finally flying free from a cage, you can find lasting happiness. Not by controlling every little thing, or by gathering more and more, but by loosening your grip, taking joy in what is already around you, and resting content with what each moment offers. The fourth noble truth shows a clear path to follow, the Noble Eightfold Path. This path is Buddha's guidance for how to live wisely, kindly, and with gentle discipline so suffering grows less, day by day. Now let us look together at each step of this path. No need to hurry, you may walk slowly, taking in the simple beauty of each part. 1. Right view. See the world as it truly is, not as you wish it to be. This means understanding that suffering, joy, and change are all part of life. When you look clearly, you see causes and effects everywhere, and this wisdom softens your heart. 2. Right intention. Set your heart on kindness, not harm. Wish well for yourself and others. Be gentle in mind, hoping not to hurt or deceive. With this as your starting point, all things become lighter. 3. Right speech. Speak truthfully, kindly, and helpfully. Avoid harsh words, gossip, or empty chatter. Your words can be like fresh water, healing or harming. You choose which to offer. 4. Right action. Act in ways that do not harm. Take only what is freely given. Respect others, and remember that the small acts of every day create your path. 5. Right livelihood. Choose work that brings no harm, that helps your community or causes no suffering to others. You need not be perfect. Just remember, each act leaves a seed. 6. Right effort. Keep a gentle, steady energy toward goodness. Do not force or rush, but do not give up. Gently encourage helpful thoughts. Let unhelpful ones fade like old leaves from a tree. 7. Right mindfulness. Stay present, noticing sensations, feelings, and thoughts just as they are. You have already started this beautiful practice. Each moment is a world. See it with clear eyes. 8. Right concentration. Train your attention, like a gardener pruning a bush so it may blossom. Through meditation or quiet focus, your mind grows steady, like still water reflecting the moon. This path is not a list of rules to memorize. It is a guide for daily living, a gentle friend accompanying you wherever you go. Some days you may forget. Perhaps your words come out sharp, or you make a mistake. That is all right. The path is always here, always waiting, ready whenever you return. Each step you take on the path makes the next step easier, softening old habits and growing seeds of trust in yourselves. When you walk the path with sincerity, life begins to open. Joy in small things, steadiness through difficulty, and patience towards self and others. Even great storms cannot shake the tree with deep roots. So too, this path gives you roots. When trouble comes, you sway but do not fall. Let us pause together and take a breath. The Four Noble Truths are a mirror, showing you clearly your struggles and your hope. They do not ask you to believe blindly, but to look honestly and see for yourself. You can ask, where is suffering in my life? What am I clinging to? Could I let go, even a little, and find more ease? Maybe you find answers now, or maybe they will come slowly, like a sunrise. There is no rush. With each small insight, a little more light enters your heart. Now, practical advice for this day. When suffering arises, instead of blaming yourself or the world, pause. Remember the first noble truth. This is suffering. Gently notice what you are holding on to, what you are wishing would be different. Then, remember the third noble truth, freedom is possible. Maybe, just for a moment, take a deep breath and imagine letting go, feeling a little lighter. Try this practice. Tonight, before sleep, reflect softly. Did I suffer today? What desire or fear was beneath it? Could I have responded with more kindness or wisdom? No need for shame, only gentle curiosity. Each night, this reflection supports your path. With time, you will notice suffering becoming less sharp, peace growing stronger. You become a quiet witness to change, less disturbed by storms, more able to enjoy each ray of sun. Others may notice this calmness in you. They may ask, why are you not upset as before? And you may smile softly, knowing you have learned to control yourself, not the world. As the Buddha once said, a wise person knows the taste of suffering, the cause, the end, and the way. May you become such a gentle, wise person. Let the Four Noble Truths be your compass, guiding you back to yourself again and again. In our next part, we will explore how to develop right effort, not by harshness but by gentle, steady care for your own mind. For now, let the Four Noble Truths settle quietly into your heart, lighting your way with their simple, powerful truths. Let us begin, dear friend, by taking another gentle breath together. Our journey on this path grows deeper and clearer with each step. We have walked through the teachings of desire and suffering, learned to see mindfully, and explored the Four Noble Truths. Now, let us turn our attention to a skill that is quiet but powerful: effort. In the Buddha's way, this is not the harsh effort of forcing or fighting, but a gentle, steady care, like tending a small garden each day. This is called right effort, and it is a key tool for learning to control yourself, not the world. Imagine your mind as a tender field of earth. There are good seeds: kindness, patience, mindfulness, and joy. But there are also weeds: anger, jealousy, worry, and dullness. Every day you choose. Will you water the seeds of joy or the seeds of anger? Will you let the weeds take over, or will you care gently for the flowers? Right effort means noticing this choice and taking small, wise actions to help good things grow. It is not about being perfect, or always having happy thoughts. Instead, it is simple, quiet work. Pulling a weed here, watering a flower there. Over time, your inner garden becomes a place of peace, where you can rest no matter what storms move outside. Many people misunderstand effort. They think it means being tense or harsh, forcing yourself to be good, punishing every mistake, pushing away every bad thought. But true effort in Buddhism is like guiding a small boat with a gentle hand, not rowing furiously against the current until you are exhausted. You do not fight your mind, but steer it with kindness, patience, and clear intention. Let's look at how effort works in daily life. Suppose you wake up feeling lazy or grumpy. With right effort, you notice this feeling, but you do not judge yourself. You simply ask, is this the seed I want to water today? If not, maybe you take a walk, stretch, or just breathe deeply a few times, inviting a lighter mood. If anger arises, you see it, pause, and try not to feed it with more angry words or actions. These small actions, repeated often, build great strength inside. The Buddha spoke of 4 great efforts, the 4 wise ways to care for your mind. 1. Prevent unwholesome states from arising. If you know certain things lead to anger or sadness, maybe too much gossip or certain places, try to avoid them, gently steering your day away from trouble before it begins. 2. Abandon unwholesome states that have arisen. If harsh feelings or thoughts do arise, do not scold yourself. Instead, notice, breathe, maybe substitute a wise thought, or do something kind to let go and move your heart to a better place. 3. Cultivate wholesome states that have not yet arisen. Every day is a chance to welcome new seeds. Kindness, gratitude, patience. If you see someone in need, help. If you feel grateful for a meal, pause and really feel that thankfulness. These grow stronger with practice. 4. Maintain and perfect wholesome states that have already arisen. When you experience calm, love, patience, stay with it. Notice the feeling, let it fill your heart. The more you return to these good states, the easier they come back when you need them. This is not magic. It is slow, steady practice. Imagine watering a young tree. Each day, a little care helps it grow straight and strong. Miss a day? It is all right. Just return tomorrow and water again. You may wonder, how do I know when effort is right? Buddhism teaches the middle way, not too loose, not too tight. Think of tuning a musical instrument. If the string is too loose, it plays no sound. Too tight and it may snap. With right effort, you train your mind the same way. Notice when you are too soft or lazy, and bring in a little discipline. Notice when you are too harsh or anxious, and invite some gentleness. Let's try a small exercise together. Today, pick just one small thing to practice. Maybe you want to be more patient with your family, or more mindful when eating. Do not set a giant goal. Simply notice how often you remember, and each time you forget, smile and try again. At the end of the day, reflect softly. Did I put in gentle effort? Or did I try to force and get tense? Tomorrow, try again. This daily effort is not just for monks or wise teachers. It is for everyone. Children and elders, busy parents, people with quiet lives or noisy ones. It turns normal life into a field for practice and learning. Over time, you may notice changes. You react less sharply to small troubles. Words once spoken in anger come more gently now, or not at all. Your desires, once too strong, become softer and less urgent. You smile more, worry less. The world outside can remain wild. People will be people, storms will come, but inside, you are calmer, steadier. This is the fruit of gentle, right effort. Let us talk more about not forcing or suppressing the mind. Sometimes you will have bad days. Maybe old habits return, or you feel sad with no reason. Right effort here means patience. You do not throw away all your progress or blame yourselves. Like clouds in the sky, these moments will pass. Effort means coming back to your practice again and again, always with kindness. In Zen stories, a student may ask the master, "How long until my mind is free?" The master often smiles and says, "Just keep sweeping the garden. The leaves will fall again each day, but the sweeping makes you strong and brings happiness." Each effort, even small, has value. You may also notice that your effort inspires others. A friend sees your patience and wants to be more patient. A child feels your calm and learns to breathe deeply, too. Your steady heart becomes a quiet blessing to the world, without you needing to change anyone else. Let us remember, the goal is not to have no weeds ever grow in your garden. That is impossible. The goal is caring for yourself with kindness, pulling weeds gently, watering good seeds, and enjoying the flowers that bloom, even if only for a moment. The world will always change, but your steady effort helps you walk with balance, peace, and quiet joy no matter what comes. As our time in this part ends, let us take a moment to be thankful for our own effort, however small. Each gentle step, each act of care, brings you closer to the deep peace you seek, not by changing everything outside, but by tending wisely to your own heart and mind. In the next part, we'll learn how meditation, as a form of gentle and right effort, helps you gain even more control over yourselves, deepening your peace. But for now, let your effort today be light, friendly, and true. A steady hand guiding your boat gently down life's ever-moving river. Let us sit together on this quiet road, feeling the gentle breath of life moving in and out. You have journeyed far and learned that true control does not mean grasping the world or forcing change, but turning inward and nurturing your own heart and mind. In this part, we explore a friend that has quietly supported Buddhist wisdom for thousands of years. Meditation. This is not a secret technique far away in the mountains. It is a simple human way to understand yourself, to find peace, and to slowly gain true mastery over your own thoughts, feelings, and reactions. Imagine a pond on a windy day. Its surface is rough, reflecting nothing. If you wait for the wind to settle, the water becomes clear and still. Then and only then you can see all the way to the bottom. In the same way, your mind is often restless, full of plans, worries, wants, and memories. Meditation is waiting quietly for the wind of thoughts to calm, so your true self is reflected, clear, calm, and peaceful. What is meditation? Meditation in Buddhism is simply paying deep attention with kindness to what is happening right now. There are many kinds: sitting quietly and watching the breath, walking slowly and noticing your steps, even eating or listening with full awareness. The most common form is sitting meditation, also called zazen in Zen. It does not require special skills, strange postures, or fancy words. You sit upright and alert. Rest your hands in your lap, close your eyes softly or lower them, and breathe normally. As you meditate, thoughts and feelings don't disappear. Sometimes, they even seem louder. You might remember something sad, get restless, or start thinking about dinner. This is not wrong or failure. Meditation is not stopping the mind but becoming its gentle watcher. You notice, a thought has come. When you see you have drifted off, you bring your attention kindly back to your breathing, each time without anger or hurry. With daily practice, even for a few minutes, something changes. You begin to see your thoughts as passing clouds, not as truths you must follow. A spark of anger comes and goes. A wave of sadness rises and fades. Sometimes there is joy for no reason. These come and go like weather, but you, watching in stillness, do not have to be thrown by them. Let us try a simple meditation together. Find a comfortable seat. Place your feet on the ground. Rest your hands quietly. Take one soft, deep breath in and then out. Now pay attention to your breath. Feel the coolness as air comes in, the warmth as it goes out. Notice how your chest or belly rises and falls. When a thought appears, silently say, "Thinking," and return to your breath. Stay for a few minutes in this peaceful state. Even if your mind wanders 100 times, bring it back 101 times, always gently. Regular meditation builds great strength, not in your muscles but in your ability to notice, to choose, and to let go. You begin to see how much of your suffering comes from fighting your own mind, chasing after memories, old hurts, or future worries. Meditation lets you watch these things flow by like leaves on a stream, without needing to grab or push away. Another form of meditation is walking meditation. Here, you walk slowly, paying full attention to each step. Lifting, moving, placing. The ground supports you. The air touches your skin. If thinking begins again, as it will, just come back to your steps. This practice turns even a short walk to the shop or garden into a moment of peace. Many Zen stories speak of realization during daily life. A monk sweeping, a cook chopping vegetables, a farmer planting rice. Meditation is not only for quiet rooms but can live in every moment. The true master learns to meditate when washing dishes, talking to a friend, or feeling the sun on their face. Over time, you learn that the mind and body are closely linked. Anger tightens your muscles, speeds your breath, makes your heart race. Calmness brings softness to your whole being. Meditation helps you spot these changes early. If you notice tightness, you pause, breathe, and let it soften. This is how you slip gracefully between life's waves with less struggle. One important lesson is not to expect instant results. Meditation is not a pill or a magic trick. At first, you may feel bored or distracted, or you might even feel more restless. This is normal and part of the process. Just as a muddy pond takes time to clear, your mind too will settle in its own way, with patience and kindness. For some, meditation reveals painful memories or deep worries hidden below the surface. This too can be healing. By staying with the breath, returning to your body, and not running away from discomfort, your mind learns new strengths. Slowly, past pains loosen their grip, and you become steadier and more gentle with yourself. Imaginary din gabichigle. At first, you wobble and stumble, unsure how to balance. But with practice, your body learns, and soon you ride without thinking. Meditation is similar, at first awkward, soon natural. You carry this balance into daily life, meeting troubles with calm and joys with gratitude. You may notice differences outside of meditation. Less sharp anger, fewer worries, more moments of quiet happiness. You become less caught by other people's emotions, less shaken by sudden events. Even when strong feelings arise, they pass more quickly and with less pain. You have learned to rest within the storm. Buddhist meditation is not only about calmness. As you practice, wisdom grows. You start to see, deeply, how things are always changing, how clinging brings pain, and how letting go brings freedom. You see that no thought or feeling is truly you. You are the watcher, the quiet seat at the center. This realization changes your whole relationship with the world. Over centuries, great teachers have found endless joy and lightness in meditation. They teach, not with many words, but with their peaceful presence and kind eyes. You too may find that, slowly, the things that once bothered or frightened you lose their power. Others around you notice your steady heart and find comfort. Let us not forget that meditation is not about escaping problems or pretending nothing is wrong. It is about seeing everything as it is, facing it with an open, steady mind, and responding with kindness. The world remains wild, but you have learned to live gently in its midst. How long should you meditate? As much as you can, but even one mindful breath each day is enough to begin. Some sit for 5 minutes, some for an hour. The key is not time, but regularity and sincerity. Let your practice be like rain, soft, steady, patient. If your mind resists or gets bored, smile and keep going. Boredom too is a passing guest. Over months, you will see that ordinary moments shine with a new light. The taste of tea, the laughter of children, the feeling of wind. These become treasures appearing only in stillness. Remember, meditation is a gift you give to yourself, but its benefits help everyone around you. When you are calm and clear, kind and patient, your home, workplace, and community feel lighter. The best way to change the world is to begin by changing your own heart. Now, let us finish this part with a gentle reminder. You are not here to be perfect, but to be present. Keep returning to your breath, your steps, your simple awareness. Each moment is fresh, full of hope and possibility. In our next part, we will open our hearts even wider, exploring how compassion and non-attachment work together, helping us care for others without losing our own peace or trying to control what we cannot. For now, walk gently, breathe deeply, and let meditation be your quiet companion on this beautiful journey. Let us sit beneath a wide sky, friend, and let our hearts open with the lightness of a summer breeze. In all our talks, we have looked inside ourselves, learning about desire, struggle, letting go, and the gentle practice of watching the mind. But sometimes, a question creeps in. If I stop trying to control the world and spend time on myself, won't I become cold, selfish, or uncaring? If I let go, will I lose everyone and everything I love? This is a gentle worry, a longing not only for peace but also for kindness. Buddhism understands this well. The teachings do not ask us to run away or close our hearts. Instead, they show a beautiful balance, how to love and care, yet remain free and calm inside. This is the simple dance of compassion and non-attachment. Imagine you are holding a small bird in your hands. If you squeeze too tightly, you might hurt it. If you let go entirely, it may fly away, and you may feel alone. Compassion is the warmth of your caring hands. Non-attachment is the gentle openness that lets the bird rest, without trying to clip its wings. You love, you care, but you do not clutch or control. Let us look at compassion first. In Buddhism, compassion, called karuna, is not a heavy feeling, not pity or sadness, but a deep wish for all beings, including yourself, to be free from suffering. It is seeing someone's pain and thinking, "May you be well, may you find ease." You might show this by kind words, by helping quietly, or even by sending a silent wish in your heart. Compassion begins when you notice suffering, inside or outside. You understand, from your own struggles, that everyone hurts sometimes. Feeling lonely, worried, or sad. So, when someone snaps at you, you pause before reacting, remembering that angry people are often hurting too. You become more patient, less quick to judge. This gentle care grows from seeing the world as it truly is, not perfect, but filled with people like you trying their best. Now, what about non-attachment? Is it the same as not caring? The answer is a gentle no. Non-attachment, upeka or letting go, is not freezing your feelings, but releasing the need to control, own, or fix. It is loving another person, helping them, but understanding that you cannot make all their choices or shield them from every trouble. You hope for happiness, but know you cannot force it. The Buddha taught, in the end, all that is yours will leave you, and all that you love will change or pass. This truth is not meant to hurt, but to free you. The more you clutch, the more you suffer. But when your love is open, it glows brighter. Like the sun, it shines because it cannot help but shine, without asking for anything in return. Pause for a moment and see if you can feel the difference. Imagine trying to help a friend who is sad. With attachment, you might feel desperate. I must cheer them up. If they stay sad, I have failed. This pressure makes both of you tense. With compassion, you listen, offer comfort, but accept that their feelings will change in their own time. You are present, patient, and your caring is light. Non-attachment does not mean indifference. You do not turn away or ignore suffering. Instead, you stand nearby like a solid tree in the wind. You do not fall when others lean on you, but you do not break by trying to hold them up forever. Your love is steady and kind, not a chain. Let's look at another example: parents and children. Many parents wish to protect, shape, and guide their children forever. If a child suffers, the parent's heart aches and tries to fix everything. But as all children grow, they move away, make their own mistakes, become people with their own joys and sorrows. A parent who learns compassion and non-attachment can love deeply, caring, guiding, supporting, but also stands back as the child grows, trusting life's unfolding. The same wisdom helps with friendships, work, or community life. You connect and help, but do not force or control other people's actions. If your friend leaves or the group changes, you may feel sadness, but you do not lose yourself in trying to hold on tight. You remember, closeness comes and goes. The heart can love many and let go with peace. Sometimes people believe non-attachment is only for things, houses, money, success. It is important here, but it is even more healing in relationships and hopes. Imagine being able to wish well to someone who hurt you, or to let go of an old argument without anger. This is the freedom that grows when love is given without conditions, and when you accept that pain and loss are part of every life. Buddhist stories tell of monks or nuns who lost everything: home, family, health, but gained a powerful compassion. Their hearts were soft, not because they controlled the world, but because they faced changes bravely, opening wider, not closing off. How do you grow compassion without getting caught by attachment? Start small. Each day, notice moments of kindness. When you wish someone, friend or stranger, well, pause and really feel it. When you feel scared of losing someone or something, breathe gently and remind yourself, I can love and let go. Both are possible. Both are wise. Meditation helps here too. In loving kindness meditation, you sit quietly and gently repeat wishes for happiness. First for yourself, then for friends, then for those who trouble you, then for all beings. May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease, may you be happy, and so on. The heart softens, pain melts, strong love rises. Remember, you will not be perfect. Sometimes you will cling or react. That is human. The practice is to notice, take a breath, and try again. Life constantly changes. As you grow in compassion and non-attachment, you begin to notice the gentle joys that come from giving without asking, from loving without needing, from caring without clutching. This way, you become a peaceful friend in the storms of others, a safe harbor in moments of trouble. You walk through life light-footed, with open hands and a strong, kind heart. The world outside may still change, people may come or go, success may rise or fall. But inside, you are at home, caring for others and yourself, with balance and freedom. Let us finish this gentle part with a story from the Zen tradition. A wise teacher carried water every day for his old mother, up a steep hill. Once, a young monk asked, "Don't you get tired? Why do this for so many years?" The teacher smiled. "I carry this water not only for her, but for kindness' sake. One day she will be gone or I will be too old. My love is in every step, not in keeping her forever, but in serving while I can, knowing each act is precious and passing." This is compassion joined with non-attachment. Try in your own life, friend. Love those around you fully, but gently, letting go of the need to own, fix, or control. Care, serve, help, but rest when you must, and let things change. In giving love this way, you receive a peace nothing can steal. In the next part, we will learn about the middle way, how not to swing between extremes, but to walk calmly, with balance, through all of life. For now, rest in your open heart. Let your love be a gift, and your freedom a gentle blessing to the world. Let us sit together quietly, as if on a narrow path that winds between two great mountains. On one side, the cliff is steep and full of dangers, always grabbing, never satisfied, always needing more. On the other side, the ground drops away into deep sadness, giving up on life, feeling hopeless, not caring about anything. How can we walk safely between these extremes? Buddhism teaches us the wisdom of the middle way. Once, the Buddha lived as a prince, surrounded by riches, music, and comfort. He had every pleasure, every wish fulfilled. Yet he was not at peace. Later, searching for truths, he gave up everything, becoming a wandering monk. He ate almost nothing, starved his body, pushed away all comfort. Still, he found only pain and confusion. One day, he realized, neither holding too tightly to pleasure, nor punishing himself with pain, brought real happiness. As he sat by a peaceful river, he found gentle balance, a way between wanting too much and wanting nothing at all. This is the middle way. Imagine a string on a musical instrument. If you pull the string too tight, it snaps. If it is too loose, it cannot make music. Only when the string is held with care, not too tight, not too slack, can it sing a beautiful song. Your life, your practice, your mind are the same. We must find that gentle balance each day. Many people, without knowing, bounce between extremes. Sometimes you want to eat and eat, watch endless TV, or seek comforts and praise. Other times you feel guilt and punish yourself, thinking you are not good enough or do not deserve joy. Both ways create suffering, a mind that runs wild or a heart that grows cold. The middle way asks, What if you lived gently, simply, in between? This balance is not just about how much you own, but also how you think and feel. If you chase after every wish, your heart is never still. If you walk away from everything, you lose joy and kindness. Middle way teaches: enjoy what comes, but do not chase wildly. Work for good things, but accept that challenges will come. 2. Be kind to yourself, but do not become lazy or careless. Treat every part of life as an opportunity to practice balance. Let's try a simple exercise. Today, notice anywhere you feel stuck in too much or too little. Do you hold on to anger so hard that you cannot be kind? Do you give up too easily when faced with a challenge? Pause. Take a breath. Imagine walking gently between these sides, as if on a soft, level path. Each step, ask, am I running? Am I giving up? Or am I calmly, kindly, continuing forward? In your relationships, the middle way is kindness with healthy boundaries. Love others, but remember to care for yourselves. Help when you can, but do not lose your peace by trying to control or fix everything. Accept people as they are, but do not let them harm you or others. Speak honestly, but with softness, not with words that cut deeply. The middle way is also important in daily practice. Suppose you want to meditate or live wisely. If you push yourself too hard, I must meditate perfectly, I must never make mistakes, you become tense and critical. If you never try, saying I am too tired or it's too hard, your practice withers. The wise path is in between: gentle effort, steady practice, forgiving yourself for missteps, but always returning. In work, too, the middle way means doing your best with care and attention. Aim for excellence, but do not become sick with stress or greed. Celebrate your efforts, but do not cling to praise or fear criticism. When things go well, be thankful: a warm meal, a kind word, a problem solved. When things go wrong, breathe, learn, and try again. Life is change. Hold on lightly, let go softly. Even with your body, balance is key. Eat mindfully, not too much, not too little. Exercise to care for yourself, not to punish. Rest when tired, but do not waste days in idleness. Care for your health, but do not obsess about appearances or perfection. With thoughts and emotions, the middle way is gentle acceptance. When you feel joy, enjoy it fully, but do not grasp. When sadness comes, do not run or drown in it. Sit with it kindly until it fades. Each feeling is a guest. Welcome them, but let them leave when their visit is done. Sometimes, you may slip off the path. Eating too much, speaking harsh words, falling into worry or laziness. This is normal. The middle way is not a straight line you never leave. It is like walking a forest path. Sometimes you stumble, sometimes you wander. Each time, notice gently and step back to the middle. With practice, your feet remember where to walk. A Zen master once said, "In spring, drink tea. In summer, listen to rain. In autumn, gather fallen leaves. In winter, warm your hands by the fire." This is the middle way, being fully present, meeting each season of life, joy or sorrow, with balance and grace. Another story tells of a student who asked, "Master, how do I know I am on the right path?" The master pointed to the river. "See how it flows. Not too hard, not too slow, always moving, changing, but never lost." The middle way flows like this, never forcing, never stopping, always returning to calm. As you walk this path each day, you notice real change. You are less pulled by sudden wants, less trapped by sadness or anger. You begin to trust yourself, to rest deeply in quiet moments, and to act wisely in busy times. The storms of life still come, but you bend without breaking. Remember, friend, the world does not need you to control everything, to be perfect, or to have all the answers. It asks only that you meet each day with a gentle heart, walking softly between holding and letting go. In our next part, we will talk about patience and acceptance, the gentle strength that helps you face all of life without trying to force or run away. For now, let the idea of the middle way settle warmly inside you. Wherever you walk, at home, at work, alone, or with others, find your own gentle, steady path between life's many extremes. And when you forget, simply come back again, step by gentle step. This is the heart of balance and of peace. Let us walk slowly together into this new part of our journey, friend. As if stepping into a quiet field after rain. The world is fresh, the sky is open, and there is time to breathe, to listen, and to discover something gentle and important. The gift of patience and acceptance. These two qualities aren't loud or showy, but they are the soft roots that keep the tree standing strong through all seasons. Perhaps you ask, how does waiting help me? What does it mean to accept? Often, the mind rushes at life like a river after a storm, wanting answers now, change right away, relief from every pain. But wisdom in Buddhism whispers, go gently, wait and watch. Life cannot be hurried, and true peace appears only when we stop trying to shove the world into our small plans. Let us begin with patience. Imagine a tiny seed planted in the earth. You cannot pull it up or shout at it to grow faster. No matter how much sun or water you give, it follows its own time, slowly sending roots down, pushing shoots up, and, in the right season, blooming. This is the way of all things. A child learning, a wound healing, a friendship growing, a heart recovering from hurt. When we are impatient, we suffer twice. First, from waiting for something we want. Second, from fighting against time itself. Impatient thoughts might sound like, why isn't this better already? Why is this person still the same? Why am I still not where I hope to be? Each of these brings tightness and pain. Patience, instead, is a cool breeze in the heat. It is not giving up, nor pretending there is no pain. It is quietly trusting the process, knowing things change, sometimes slowly, sometimes quickly, but always in their own way. Just as winter trees look bare and dead, yet are gathering energy for spring, sometimes your progress hides below the surface. Take, for example, learning to meditate or calming old anger. At first, results are small. In 1 week, the world may seem no different. The mind tries to rush. It's not working. Why do I bother? But if you wait, practice with patience, one day you notice a gentle calm even when someone shouts, or a smile where once there was pain. Patience allowed the hidden seed to bloom. Patience with others is a kindness you give yourself. People around you, family, friends, strangers, move in their own time, shaped by their own hopes and fears. When someone disappoints or irritates you, patience helps you breathe and remember. They are a seed, too, growing at their own pace. You can help, support, and encourage, but you cannot rush another's journey. Even when facing big troubles, illness, loss, confusion, patience is a true friend. Some days will be full of hope and small joys. Others will be heavy and slow. Instead of fighting each hard day, patience lets you move gently through, step by step, moment by moment. Now, let us turn softly to acceptance. Many people think acceptance is weakness or giving up. But in Buddhist wisdom, acceptance is the quiet strength that allows you to see reality as it is, without needing it to fit your picture. This is not about liking everything or pretending all is perfect. Instead, it is a deep breath, a choice to stop struggling against what you cannot change. Acceptance does not mean never acting. If rain pours, acceptance means it is raining, not I must like rain or never seek shelter. It means you see things truly. You stop wasting energy wishing for sun, yelling at the clouds, or pretending you are not wet. With this clear seeing, you use your effort wisely, opening an umbrella, waiting for the shower to end, maybe even dancing in the puddles. In daily life, there are countless things we cannot control. Other people's words, the weather, even many parts of our own bodies and feelings. When you meet disappointment, acceptance is saying, "This is how things are right now." You gently loosen your grip on anger or complaint and turn your eyes to the present. Over time, acceptance brings a surprising peace. Imagine being stuck in traffic. Impatience burns, the mind rages, but nothing changes. Acceptance says, "Here I am, for now. Maybe I can listen to music, notice my breath, or simply look outside." The situation may not change, but your suffering lightens. Notice that acceptance is not passiveness either. In Buddhism, you accept what is true, then act with clarity. If you are ill, you accept the illness, seek proper care, and rest, rather than hide from truth or drown in despair. Acceptance gives you a steady step, whether walking on smooth ground or stones. Acceptance also means letting yourself feel what you feel. In hard times, you may be sad, scared, or lonely. Instead of pushing these away or pretending to be strong, acceptance is saying, "This is part of me now." Like clouds in the sky, all feelings move through, and with time they pass. Together, patience and acceptance are gentle guides. They help in light moments, waiting for bread to rise, in the long process of learning a new skill, in forgiving a friend, in watching a loved one heal at their own pace. They serve in hard moments, too. Sitting with grief, staying steady through old pains, being gentle with yourself when life goes slow. Let us practice even now. For a moment, sit still. Notice anything inside. Impatience, worry, restlessness. Instead of pushing these feelings away, greet them kindly, as you would a visitor. Say to yourself, "Right now I am feeling this. It is okay. It will not last forever." Then breathe deeply, and let that gentle acceptance bring coolness to your heart. In relationships, patience and acceptance soften anger and disappointment. When someone you love changes slowly, or not in the way you hope, patience gives you time to understand, to forgive, to allow love to grow in its own strange ways. Acceptance lets you see each person as they are, not just as you wish them to be. Over years, this creates stronger, truer bonds. Within yourself, acceptance feels like a warm blanket. You stop fighting old regrets or wishing for a different past. You notice, those things happened, and I am here now. You stop blaming yourself for not being further along. Each tiny step is enough, each mistake a part of your learning. Sometimes, patience and acceptance are all you have in hard times. Loss comes of a loved one, a dream, health, or youth. Patience says, "Let the sorrow be here." Acceptance lets you mourn, feel, and one slow day at a time. Let the wound heal in its own schedule, not rushed by anyone. These qualities are not quick or showy, and many people overlook them. They want big answers. How do I fix this now? When will I heal? When will others change? Buddhism smiles gently and answers. Water the seeds every day. Accept the turning of the seasons. Let life unfold in its way, and peace will come. In times of peace and happiness, patience and acceptance let you enjoy the moment, knowing it may also pass, and that is okay. In busy days, they remind you to move at your own pace, to breathe, to accept that not everything can be done or controlled. If ever you forget, if you find yourself angry at delays, restless in waiting, blaming others or yourself for slow progress, pause. Remember, all things take time. Mountains are built from grains of sand. Great journeys are made one step, one breath at a time. A Zen student once asked, "Master, when will I be free from all trouble?" The master replied, "When you stop hurrying and begin to see that every moment, even this one, is the path." The student was puzzled but soon understood. By accepting now and being patient with the journey, freedom appears quietly, like the sun at dawn. Try, dear friend, to practice these today. Wait for the kettle to boil without tapping your foot. Smile at a child learning something slowly. Let yourself learn or heal at your own pace. Let mistakes be seeds for future flowers. In each act of patience, in each breath of acceptance, you free yourself from the need to control every moment, and peace unfolds where once was struggle. In our next part, we will gently shine a light on the ego and pride, the part that wants to control others, so we may see through its tricks and live with even greater freedom. But for now, let patience and acceptance settle into your heart, like warm sun on cool earth, and trust that you are always growing in the very best way. Let us find a calm place together, as if sitting in the shade of an old tree, with cool grass beneath and a gentle breeze in the air. You have learned much on this journey: how to hold desires with care, to settle your mind with mindfulness, to walk the middle way, and to be patient and accepting of life as it unfolds. Now let us shine a gentle light on a part of ourselves that often brings storms: the ego and pride, and the belief that we can control others. You may wonder, what is ego? People use this word in many ways. In Buddhism, ego is not simply pride or showing off. Ego is the deep belief that there is a solid, separate me who must always win, always be right, always look good, always be in charge. Ego is a small voice inside that says, "I am the most important. The world should go my way. People should do what I want. If only others would change, I could be happy." Sometimes ego is loud, other times it is quiet, but it is always looking for control. Let us look at a simple example. Imagine you are in a group of friends and someone disagrees with your idea. Ego quickly feels hurt. How dare they? Don't they know I am smart? I will show them. Or you do something well and wait for praise. If none comes, your mood drops, a sign that ego is holding the reins. Why does ego act this way? It wants to protect you, to help you feel safe and important. But ego builds a wall between you and others. It turns disagreements into battles, differences into insults. It piles up grudges, turns mistakes into shame, and sets you apart from life. Most of all, ego tells a story. If you could only control the people around you, you'd be happy. This is an illusion, friend. Like a cloud that looks solid but disappears when you touch it. In Buddhism, we are taught to see through the tricks of ego and pride. The Buddha explained that just as a rainbow is made of sunlight and rain, Ego is formed from thoughts, memories, habits, and fears. It is not a real thing, it is a shifting bundle, ever-changing, never the same 2 days in a row. If you hold your ego tightly, you are always on edge. If someone disagrees, you feel threatened. If things go badly, you feel destroyed. But when you see ego's true nature, you can laugh softly and let go. Let us think about pride. Sometimes, pride seems good, being proud of your work, your family, even your kindness. That is natural and can give energy. But when pride grows too strong, it becomes a heavy armor. I must be above others. Cannot be wrong. My way is the best. This pride is brittle, and the world will always find a way to crack it. Maybe you recognize times when pride made you argue longer than needed, or kept you from saying sorry, or made you jealous when others succeeded. The more you feed pride, the bigger it grows, and the more it demands respect from the world outside. When it does not get what it wants, it turns to anger or sadness. This is suffering, and it comes from trying to control people and their opinions. Have you noticed, too, that ego often judges others? They are not working hard enough. They talk too much. I am better, smarter, kinder. While these thoughts may sometimes make you feel good for a moment, they also build separation and loneliness. The more you compete with others in your mind, the less peaceful you become inside. Buddhist practice invites us to meet ego not with anger, but with curiosity and kindness. When you notice pride rising, pause. Ask, who am I trying to impress? What am I protecting? Is this really who I am? Often, you will find a small, afraid part of yourself asking for safety or love. With a gentle breath, you can comfort this part, just as you would a scared child, not by boasting or winning, but by being kind to your own heart. Think, too, about trying to control others. Maybe you want your children to always listen, your friends to act a certain way, your partner to always agree. But just as you cannot make the wind blow when you want, you cannot shape others to your wishes. Each person is their own river, flowing in their own way. The more you push, the more they resist. Even if you win a battle, you lose peace inside. Buddhism teaches, clean your own house. This means, tend to your thoughts, your words, your actions. Let others walk their paths. You can guide, encourage, help, but you cannot live someone else's life or force their choices. When you release the need to control others, you free yourself from endless worry and anger. Let us remember a Zen story. 2 monks were walking. One was angry at the world. Nothing went right, people were rude, the weather was bad. Why won't everyone see and do things my way? He grumbled. The other monk smiled and said, you may as well try to sweep the entire forest. But if you sweep your own doorstep, the world feels cleaner. The lesson is simple. Peace comes from working on your own mind, not trying to fix the world to fit your ego. You may feel, if I do not stand up for my ideas, I will be ignored or walked on. But letting go of ego is not weakness. It is seeing the truth that you cannot control all things, least of all what others think or how they behave. Instead, you live honestly, speak kindly, and act with integrity. When others disagree or misunderstand, you can listen, learn, and stay steady, not wobbled by every wind. The more you loosen your grip on ego, the lighter you become. Criticism becomes a chance to grow, not a wound. Failure is a small step, not a disaster. Another success is a joy to share, not a threat. You find real strengths, which is softness, patience, and humility. Let us try a gentle practice. Today, notice a moment when your ego stirs. Maybe a small irritation, a need to win an argument, a push to prove yourself. Pause, breathe, ask, is this important? Must I always be right? Can I let this go? Sometimes letting go is the bravest thing. Other times you may need to speak up, but do so with care, not from pride or a wish to control. In relationships, this wisdom shines bright. Instead of reacting quickly to defend your view or change someone, you pause. You listen. You allow them their space. You may still express your feelings honestly, softly, but without demands. Trust that being true to yourself is enough. Let others be, and you will suffer less. If you ever feel lost, remember, the world is a field of many flowers. You are one, beautiful and unique. You do not need to push aside the others to blossom. Instead, by letting go of ego and pride, you open to sunlight and rain, growing strong and gentle in your own way. A great master once said, "The highest mountain does not boast of its height. The deepest ocean does not speak of its depth. They simply are." Aim to be like this. Not puffed up, not pressed down, just quiet and true. Let us finish this part with a soft smile. Each time you notice ego wanting to control, each time you feel pride swelling, you have a chance to choose. Do I build walls, or do I step into freedom? Do I fight with the world, or do I care for my own mind and heart? Each choice, no matter how small, brings you closer to peace. In the next part, we will explore how our actions, karma, and our own responsibilities shape our lives, moving even further away from the need to manage others and toward real power within. But for now, let your heart be light, your mind open, and your spirit gentle. Let go of the urge to control, and you will taste the deep, cool peace of a quiet mountain lake. Let us find a peaceful spot together, dear friend, for the last steps of our shared walk. Sit with me beneath the great, open sky. Feel the soft earth under you, the steady rhythm of your breath. You have journeyed with patience and openness through questions, teachings, and practices. Now comes the gentle closing, the moment where all the pieces come together and you choose each day to truly live the wisdom. Control yourself, not the world. Let's start with the simple truths. Life is always moving like a river, never still. You will have sunny days and stormy ones, laughing friends and sudden losses, triumphs and times of falling short. You may hope to bend these rivers, to stop the storms or catch every happiness in your hands. But as you have learned, real peace does not come from making the world match your plans. It begins and grows right inside your own heart and mind. All the teachings, all the stories, all the little practices you have tried are gentle tools. They do not give you control over the weather or over what others feel, say, or do. Instead, they light a lamp inside so you can see yourself clearly, make better choices, and find steadiness even when everything outside moves and changes. You may wish, if only my family, my job, my body, my country, if only they would change, then I could be happy. But you know now, this path is never ending and always out of reach. Instead, you have learned to ask, how can I be calm with whatever comes? How do I care without clinging? How do I act with kindness and courage, without needing to win or be praised? These gentle questions show you the way forward. Let's remember together, when anger rises, pause, breathe, watch it pass. Say to yourself, I do not have to act on every feeling. When sadness arrives, give it space. Accept it kindly, knowing it is not forever. So when joyful moments appear, enjoy them fully, but do not demand that they last. But when others disappoint or disagree, listen deeply. Respond from a steady place, not pride or fear, but honest care. But when you make mistakes, and you will, as we all do, let go of blame. Learn what you can, and begin again with a lighter heart. Each day you decide, will you spend your energy trying to fix, manage, persuade, and control the world? Or will you return to your own center, nourishing the quiet strength that grows there? Some days you may forget. Some days you may struggle. This does not mean you failed. It means you are human, and the path is always open to begin again, right now with the next breath. Living this wisdom, the lesson to control yourself, not the world, is not a cold or lonely path. Quite the opposite. As you become more calm inside, you are more open to others' needs, more able to help without getting lost in their storms. When you do not need to win every fight or change every person, you are more free to love, to forgive, and to simply enjoy this precious, short life. Remember all the stories of wise ones who came before. The Buddha, calmly facing temptation and fear. Masters forgiving errors, smiling through trouble. Everyday people choosing quiet, gentle acts that ripple out to make their homes, friendships, and communities softer places. They did not always have easier lives, but they found deeper peace by choosing not to let the world control their hearts. Now, let us talk honestly, because in this last part, it is time to step into your own story. You will meet challenges on this path. Old habits, sharp words, fast anger, deep fears, regrets from the past, or worries about tomorrow. Sometimes you will want to run, to blame, to grab hold of things outside yourself. Sometimes it will seem too hard. When this happens, remember that these are not signs to give up. They are reminders. Stop, breathe, return to your own mind. Even one gentle, honest breath can bring you back, like coming home after a long, wild journey. With every part of this teaching mindfulness, letting go, patience, compassion, wisdom, small daily practices. You have gathered gentle tools for all seasons. They are not for special days, but for every ordinary moment. When you eat, when you wait in line, when you speak with a friend, when you walk outside, when you are alone with your thoughts. Each moment is a chance to choose. Will I try to control the world, or will I return to myself and take care of what is truly mine? And here is a beautiful secret of this path. When you take care of yourself in the deepest way, not selfishly but wisely, kindly, then the world around you does change. Maybe not always in the way you want, but often in surprising and gentle ways. Your calmness soothes busy hearts. Your patience softens anger in others. Your steady presence becomes a blessing, a quiet hope, a safe place for everyone you meet. So, as you walk forward from here, take this wisdom inside you. Make it your own. There is no need to be perfect or to memorize every teaching. Simply return to presence, again and again, treating yourself and others with the gentle care you would offer to your own best friend. With each mindful step, with each kind word, you strengthen the roots of your calm, unshakable peace. Before we close, I invite you, if you wish, keep a small reminder with you. Maybe a smooth stone, a gentle word, a soft breath, or a silent vow. I will care for my own mind, whatever else changes. Use it when storms come or even on sunny days. Let it be your quiet friend, your inner guide. And now, friend, as this journey's last words unfold, I have one small request from the heart, because this path is not only for you, but for all who seek peace. There are so many views on this channel, but only 0.2% subscribed. If today's steps brought you insight or hope, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Wisdom Woven. Your simple action helps our small circle of wisdom grow, reaching many others searching for calm and meaning in their lives. Together, you and I create ripples that spread further than we can see. Thank you for walking this path with patience, honesty, and an open heart. Remember, the world will keep changing, but you always carry your own gentle mind, your own clear heart. No one else can control this. No outside storm can take it from you. When you control yourself, not the world, you find a freedom, a joy, and a peace no one can steal. This is the true treasure, and it is yours always.